Hello! How's it going again? Wonderful. I don't really care, I'm just asking to be polite. So today we're gonna talk about cheat codes. How much we miss them, the nostalgia of it. Oh, the good old days of making your character have big heads, or infinite ammo, or god mode, with the Doom character's eyes going green, or white. So cheat code for... hiccups. Okay. So cheat codes, for anybody who doesn't know what a cheat code is for basically a video game, and you're not good at the video game. So you have to cheat your way into getting, say, Contra's 30 lives, or get a new character, or get a new skin, or invincibility, or invisibility, whatever have you. A lot of video games have these type of cheat codes, not nowadays, but we're about to get into that. The good old days of 2000 and younger had these magnificent cheat codes and cheat websites where you could go online and find whatever cheat you may have you, which was quite exciting. It was like going to a restaurant where you say you want water, but instead you slip some lemonade. Or if perhaps you throw the ball for your dog, but you don't actually throw the ball or the dog, according to what size dog you have. So for the most part, cheat codes were a phenomenon that was quite amazing. Some of us have cheated on many things, such as music with LimeWire. Many video games had some magnificent cheat codes itself, such as GoldenEye with the big head, or invincibility, or the golden gun. Other video games were known for cheat codes, such as Grand Theft Auto, which they still have cheat codes, and also they had a plethora of cheat codes that you could enable. I remember getting Grand Theft Auto Vice City and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and I was always excited to look up Game Informer or video game websites on my AOL. It's not annoying at all. So with GTA, I remember getting regular weather, or stormy weather, or extreme weather, or pedestrians fight each other, or pedestrians go after one another. Or San Andreas, you can be ultra fat, or you could be ultra fit, or you could be ultra skinny. There's many plethora of things that you could do in a video game cheat. Or even in Jurassic Park, which is one of my favorites, you can either be a T-Rex or a Velociraptor from the start screen, or you can play through the whole game like a loser and then earn those points, which was not fun. Or Time Splitters was another excellent video game where originally you can get maybe 20 characters, and then with the cheat code you can get up to 100. Even a fishbowl head robot, which was very interesting and very creative to say the least. Very surreal. Codes weren't originally intended to be used for gamers. No, it was not. It was actually for the developers themselves. They were looking for bugs and other things in video games that were an issue. So they had to play through the video game quite easily, so they wouldn't have to fight people or whatnot, and they would essentially find the bugs very quickly, and also for glitches as well. But why were they left in video games after all? It was quite easily in the time of age of old video games to just leave the cheat codes in there, and then sure enough people found these codes, such as for example Manic Miner. If you enter the developer Matthew Smith's driver's license number 6031769, it's for cheat code that will be activated. Other video games have Easter eggs, which became a lot more popular nowadays, such as with Doom, you could find the developer's head floating with its bloody guts, or you could find an Easter egg in Grand Theft Auto Vice City in a random skyscraper and it just says Easter egg, that type of deal. Easter eggs are a lot more popular nowadays rather than cheat codes. It gives a little something for the player to experience rather than cheating itself. So in the same way that in the Middle Ages a mason may leave their mark on a cathedral wall, a game developer would leave their own mark in history with the gamer's code. Cheating was exploited by technology-oriented players due to the difficulty of early cheats. Even Mortal Kombat had one for Reptile, which Reptile was unnamed character. It was a combination of Scorpion and Sub-Zero, but eventually players could access this character by hitting numerous amount of buttons. However, the cheat industry emerged as gaming systems developed. Through the packaging and selling of video games, cheating became a product. It became more popular for a video game. What was the highest amount of cheat codes in a video game? People wanted to know. I myself wanted to know. It was quite exhilarating to cheat the system in a video game. Could you float above things? Could you walk on water? Could you do the infamous Grand Theft Auto cheat where you just fly your car like a airplane? There was very numerous things that you could do in video games, and it was quite exciting for players. It was mostly part of a gaming culture in that day of age. Originally, cheat codes were known as pokey statements, or poke statements. This would be a way of most technical gifted gamers to access and then change a gamer's code, specifically in PC or Mac at a little bit later. One example would be to go in the line of coding for a video game such as Doom, and then change the number of lives that you may have. As consoles changed and game codes were locked behind the hard plastic cartridge of the video game itself, pokies went out of fashion, such as ripped jeans. They were soon replaced by tapping buttons. In the beginning, these cheat codes were slowly leaked around the gaming community, such as Mortal Kombat, like I just said, or Street Fighter, and Mario. Thanks to insider information that leaked the information, a lot more people got access to this, even in video game magazines and video game websites at the time. Over time, some codes became popular with gaming and cemented themselves in pop culture, such as the Konami code. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. Such as for Konami was Contra, which gave you 30 lives, which I used this code quite substantially so I could beat the video game itself. I was a novice video game player, I still am, and I'm not ashamed to use that code itself. What is your favorite code, by the way? Mortal Kombat's Blood Mode is still one of the most iconic extras to be added to a video game. Mortal Kombat also has a video game character which is Reptile, which I just previously spoke about. And Noob Saibot was another video game character which was basically just a shadow figure that was pretty fast and quite exhilarating at what they could do. It wasn't long before the video game industry realized the value of cheat codes. If an upcoming video game said to have some cheat codes or a lot of video game cheat codes, then people would more likely to buy the video game itself, such as Grand Theft Auto. Soon after this period, widespread access of the internet took over the scene, which helped ease people trying to figure out the codes on what to do itself. By the late 90s, first-party cheats became a staple in video games, such as GoldenEye, Grand Theft Auto, and Time Splitters, and other various video games. Besides manually typing in the code, modern disk-based cheat hardware included GameShark or Codebreaker, which modified the game code with a large database of codes. Such as, I remember GameShark was one of my favorites. You basically bought a little USB and then the video game disc. You load that up, you select your video game, you select your cheats. It says open the disc right now after you select, put in the disc, and there you have it. It was quite easy access, and quite easy hacking as well, to say the least. If you're wanting to get into spy stuff when you're a kid, get some GameShark.
Not a sponsor.
Cheat codes do still exist in a number of games nowadays, mostly for nostalgic reasons. But comparison to the 90s and the 2000s, early 2000s, it is dwindled quite a lot. Originally, this was thanks to achievements, unlockables. This was for gamers to showcase their skills and prove that they were above other players, such as their friends. But developers understood that it wasn't fair for players to reach achievement milestones with the use of cheats. So cheats were either left out of the video game, or it included the warning of any progress made alongside the video game itself. Such as Portal, which it will tell you in the up screen that you are cheating, or you're a cheater, and you won't achieve anything, which is quite a pain, but if you're cheating, who cares? You could replay the level or pick a level if you want. The fall was only compounded with microtransactions. This was due because companies wanted people to pay more for the video game itself. I remember paying originally, I think, $60 for a video game, and then if I wanted maybe 2 new levels and then some weapons, I would have to pay $30 extra. So that's how they get you nowadays, rather than a cheat code which would give you all weapons or all hidden weapons, such as a minigun. You never know. Since players were now actively spending a lot more money on cheat codes, developers thought it would be easier to just take them out and put Easter eggs in there, just for a little nostalgia sprinkle of love in there. Also, the platform online tournaments was a big major bring down of cheat codes because it brought unfair Also, the platform of online tournaments brought down cheat codes because they wanted to level out the playing field for players, which is quite understandable, but still, such as the most common video I will put right here, or editor will put right here, thank you person. PC has the biggest cheat code per se with mods. Modding is modifying a video game itself, such as Half-Life has a common mod, it's called Gary's Mod, and that was basically built on a whole modding community, and it is quite a popular video game itself nowadays. But modding is you can do whatever you want. In the new Grand Theft Auto video games, actually, you can be Iron Man, or you can be another superhero that you may want, or you can have crazy physics or even tornadoes, what have you. Modding community in PC is quite popular nowadays. That is probably the only significant thing in cheat codes nowadays. The future of cheat codes is probably more like nowadays than what it may be in the past. I highly doubt it's going to be put into a lot of video games besides Rockstar or Grand Theft Auto video games, because developers want the most out of your buck. They want your wallet. They want to lick that wallet. So just be aware that if you're going to play a video game, just be good at the video game or put it on easy mode, because cheat codes are diminishing like sperm in an adult person. What are your thoughts on cheat codes? Do you like them? Do you miss them? I quite miss them, to be honest. I wish they were in more video games. I am very thankful that they are in some video games. A current video game that I love right now is Sniper Elite 5, and I wish they had a lot more. Well, I wish they had any video game cheats, such as like a zombie or a futuristic car or something like that. But what's a cheat code that you love? Do you wish they had more cheat codes from the past, like Big Head or whatnot? I remember it was another video game, such as NFL Blitz or something like that, where I would do a fire flaming skull, and I would just run around the field acting crazy, doing 100 times the speed that I could. So let me know down in the comments down below. Thank you for being with me today. Subscribe, like, comment. I love making videos. I haven't done them in quite a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what the right content to do for you guys and you ladies. So just let me know in the comments down below anything that you may want to watch, or anything that may interest you. Have a great day. Bye.